The Georgian Pilgrim. You can tell it's one of the oldest buildings straight away. The Georgian Pilgrim actually dates back to the 15th century, with its earliest records being in 1439. It's now considered to be the oldest purpose-built public house in the southwest of England. So this is my first time staying in the Georgian Pilgrim, but I have come here numerous times when I've visited Glastonbury for the food and the drink. They have some really tasty food here, and they have lots of vegan and plant-based options. It's also a great place to get a coffee from because a lot of places in Glastonbury close very, very early, the cafes. And it's really nice to get a hot drink sometimes before you climb the tour. So it's a very useful place to come and get a hot drink a little bit later than everywhere else. So I booked a basic single room, and I guess because they were quite quiet, surprisingly, even though it was the day after winter solstice, I got upgraded to a 4-poster suite, the Henry VIII suite. So I was super excited about that. The hotel and pub does have a reputation for being haunted, and there are 2 main ghosts that have been sighted here. One is a monk and the other is an English gentleman. But also there's supposedly been a photograph captured at this pub which shows an apparition, which is said to be that of a woman who fell for one of the monks at Glastonbury Abbey. They fell in love, but because of his vows, they couldn't be together. He ended up being walled up in one of the tunnels that led between the pub and the abbey. And while they couldn't be together in life, they are at least together in death. The owner back in 2012 was recorded to have said that she'd worked in a number of spooky places over the years, but the Georgian Pilgrim was one of the most active pubs that she had ever worked in. I had a really nice mushroom and chestnut soup to give me some energy to walk up the tour later, but I'm just going to show you the room first. So I went to check in, and I've been upgraded to a 4-poster suite. I've got Henry VIII's suite. So this is the amazing corridor. Woohoo! King Henry VIII. Oops. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. Hold on. Wow! Look at this. Amazing. Wow. There is a bit of damage on the wall there, but I'm still pretty excited. Look at this tapestry. I will say there was a bit of damage on a couple of the walls, but it didn't take away from my experience actually. And it just felt so amazing being in a room with so much history and age in it. Some of the things that this room must have seen. There was a big heavy energy when I walked into this room, but the longer I'm in it, the more it seems to dissipate, and it doesn't feel like a bad energy at all now. I actually feel quite nice in this room. So I've been having a drink with my friend downstairs in the bar because I have a friend that is always in Glastonbury and knows a lot about the local history. And apparently this room, the King Henry VIII room, was called that because according to legend, he watched the abbey burn down from this very room that I'm in now. Apparently there is some doubt about it because he would have had really bad gout at the time. So some people say it was actually the room downstairs, which would be the bar. But you know, it's an interesting thing I'm going to think about as I sleep in this room tonight. Apparently it is also a little bit haunted, or quite a bit haunted. So I don't know how I feel about that, but I will let you guys know if I have any experiences. For now, I'm just going to enjoy the 4-poster bed. It's crazy to think that King Henry VIII probably stood here and looked out of this window. Although these buildings wouldn't have been here, and he would have had a view straight through to the Abbey, which would be behind these buildings. Absolutely love this tapestry, so beautiful. I wonder how old it is. I'd be interested to know. I doubt it's I doubt it's 15th century, else I can't imagine they would leave it for us mere peasants to potentially damage. So I'm just sat in the bed for a little bit of coziness, and I'm making myself a green tea, and I don't feel a bad energy in here at all. Can you imagine if I moved the camera and there was a spirit there? But I don't feel a bad energy in here at all. I don't even feel really a ghostly energy, and I'm normally quite sensitive to these kind of things, so maybe it's gonna be all right. So the food in this hotel is really tasty, and the actual breakfast dish, although mine was a bit small, I possibly picked the wrong thing, was really nice. But I will say the one thing this hotel could really improve on is the continental section. They only had these couple of packets of cereal and a couple of juices. No fruit or fresh fruit or anything like that, or croissants. So if I was to give any areas of improvement for this hotel to take it up, possibly a full star in my eyes, would be a little bit more of a selection on the continental side and a good cappuccino on offer as well, because they do great coffee here. So it's a really nice, lovely, sunny morning in Glastonbury. I had a lovely night in my room. I felt great energy. I didn't feel haunted at all. I did ask whatever presence was in there though, can you leave me alone? And obviously it listened, because I didn't experience anything negative at all. Apparently it's the ghost of a monk that haunts that room, but yeah, I didn't have any experiences.